Almost there.
Okay.
Almost there. Taking some time. Seems that we are live. I'm just gonna check in the group real quick. Yeah, we are live, dude. We are ready to rock and roll. How's it going?
It's good. It's good.
So I would, in short, like to know what is it that's going on, especially in terms of LinkedIn. Where are you at? I have a few comments about what you can potentially do, but that will come later. I just need to know what's going on your side.
Okay.
In terms of content, in terms of outreach. So these are the two topics that we're going to talk about.
Yeah. So the first one, so with content, and I think I'm at about I think at about 5 posts a week. So the one thing I found was that I decided to get more into like the videos, right? Because we talked about doing 5 videos a week. And at first I was like, oh yeah, 5 videos, I can do that. But then when I started looking at it and filming it and getting the content and then actually going in and editing it, I'm like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do necessarily 5 a week. I'm like, I should be able to do 1 to 3 a week along with some other posts, pictures.
Right.
So that's been pretty exciting because I connected with another gentleman that does kind of like intro videos, you know, kind of like music and whatnot. And I was like, okay, I need to take a step out of my comfort zone and kind of make, you know, hopefully a pretty memorable intro video. So actually, and if you want to, you don't have to do right now, but I just, the latest video I just put on right now, which was like a part 2 of frequently asked questions from small business owners, stuff that we see a lot with new businesses trying to start group health plans. I added the intro video and music for the first time. So I'm kind of excited to see where that goes as far as people, that'll kind of be the first thing they see is kind of this animated intro, even if there's no sound. Hopefully it might catch them a little more because there's a lot going on. So let's see here. And I'm trying to pull, where is my LinkedIn?
You can share your screen as well if you want. So
yeah. Let me see if where's my LinkedIn page? There we go. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Sorry. Get this right here. Okay.
I'll also log into your Zoom.
Yes, let's get.
Oh, sorry, to your LinkedIn. Sorry.
Yeah. Let me get share screen. Okay. So I think is it sharing right now?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Let me see if it'll. So share screen. Host
okay. Now
disabled. Okay.
Now you should be able to share it.
Okay. So let's do that. Okay. So
yeah. Zoom changed some settings recently. So yeah.
Okay. So let's go. Wait. Let's go back here. Let's just get this down real quick. Okay. So one thing I noticed, and as you can see, so with the network stuff, is that I'm getting, so one thing I did notice is that when I was trying to when I was like, oh, I can just kind of go in here if I kind of know someone or we have connections, I can connect with them. I was running this page, which I found out was not a good idea because all you're doing is you're just connecting them with like that with that general message, that generic message. And people were clicking, I guess you have the option to click, I don't know you.
Yeah.
And I learned that LinkedIn does have that where you actually get flagged if you do too many of those.
Yes.
So, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. So I started going through here and now it took more time and I wasn't able to connect with as many people, but I felt that the ones that I started connecting with, so these were some ones that, you know, went to Southern Illinois University. So I was like, oh, maybe I can reconnect with old classmates, old, you know, fraternity brothers. And then I was like, oh, this one will be good too, because this is everyone that's kind of in my area, which again, we do more of a localized service with kind of in Illinois. So I would start going through here and finding people that I personally knew, which led to some more connections. So I think I went from I think when we first started this, or maybe a few weeks ago, I was at like maybe over 400, maybe 450.
43 as far as I remember. Yeah.
Okay. So it's gone up. The connections have been good. So people have been able to connect more. So I'm up, you know, over at 550, which obviously I want to increase that as much as I can, but I have noticed that with the views, obviously as I get more connections, then the activity goes up and it's, let's see, there it is. Let's see, posts, where I'm not getting as many. So this one I just posted. But, you know, some of these memes, this one was also this morning, which I'm finding a little more interaction with these memes.
Right.
They're kind of business related. So this one was kind of fun with Homer, you know, be like, hey, you know, with the distractions coming in, you got to focus, more focus, complete focus as it gets shut out, and doing this fun little thing on, you know, honing your superpower of focus. Right. So, so that one was this morning, and I'm trying to look here. So some of these, if I don't have a picture, they don't tend, at least for this one, you know, 38 views from a day ago, another meme from 6 days ago, you know, about 70. This one actually, I guess, did well. I don't know if more people like football analogies, but this was another quick one that, you know, got almost 200 views. And, you know, I have a few, you know, I love Yash. Yash is always on here. Always. I love what he's doing. He's, you know, he's practicing what he preaches.
Right.
So I've seen that obviously when you get a comment, you're getting likes or more than likes with these celebrate, love, you know, insightful, that I think those are holding a little more weight with their, you know, kind of how they shoot you back into the news feed.
Right.
This was another video, you know, 41. This one was with my dog, 70. So some of these videos, trying to think here, 120. So another decent one with, you know, so that's 20%, 25% of the people that I'm connected with seeing it. And, you know, just slowly, I'm just trying to see if some of these got up a little more. This was a fun one with, you know, zombie apocalypse. Do you need life insurance? Dog dad. This one had more. So these, again, getting more personal with me and my dog here.
Right.
A little video of him just being a dog, but people tend to like that more. So I'm finding that the more personalized stuff. So this one had more comments. And then, you know, pushing 250 views. So the content has been fun because, again, I'm producing this, you know, for LinkedIn, and now I'm trying to start building it. Again, I'll cross post it to Facebook. I can put on a YouTube library now. So that's been really, really good. And then with the connections, so I've been doing a few, not a few, I'm sorry. I don't know why I want to say few. Let's see here. With some of these messages, is the nice thing is that I do start getting some conversations going with these people. And again, making them personal. Like I ran at this guy right here. This gentleman here is an old teacher of mine from high school. That, you know, that's an easy one to connect with. To say, I appreciate everything. It's been a long time since high school. And then some of these have gone back and forth. You know, I reached out to this guy, Frank Mengert, that you had sent to me.
Yeah.
And I just sent him a quick message. Hey man, I appreciate everything that you provide. Your content is awesome, and I'm learning so much from you. So those are generating those responses, and then just keeping those conversations going. So I've done some, you know, a lot of text messages. I've done some of the voice messages. Yeah. Those right now have not gotten a lot of responses. So I don't know if people either just don't listen to them, or maybe it's a little out of their comfort zone to be like, oh, this guy, you know, he sent me an 8-second clip. But again, I'm finding that people tend to want to like the text to text, but I do still want to be different. I want to throw out the voice messages. I want to throw out a video to them, just kind of wave and say, hey, I appreciate you reaching out. You know, if you're finding that you're having issues with this, is kind of what I deal with. Check out my page. And then if we ever have any mutual connections that you think you could, you know, that maybe I could introduce you to, and just trying to offer some help, you know, I want to figure out how I can help them. I talked to someone that had just been recently laid off, and, you know, they're in my area, and, you know, I just told them, I said, hey, if we have any mutual connections and there's somewhere that you're trying to get in, then I might be able to help you get in. Just let me know, and I'll be happy to introduce you if that's the case. So outreach has increased. Sales Navigator has been a little tough because a lot of the alerts that I'm getting are just for like the big bit. It'll be like Humana's in the news, McDonald's is in the news. And I'm like, that's great, but I'm wondering if that's tailing off because someone I'm connected with is like a HR manager at you know, regional McDonald's or something. And then if McDonald's gets thrown in there, then I'm getting alert for it. So I'll have tens of hundreds of alerts that are just saying, hey, McDonald's was in the news. So I don't know if there's a way to like get the company out and focus more on just the individual, if that's possible.
It is possible.
Okay. So I don't know if that'll be for another time, or if this is something where in my saved searches, so let's just do one here.
Yeah, how many people here are you connecting with on a regular basis?
So this one here will be, so these are some of those that I was getting some of the I don't knows from on here as well. But again, and a lot of these are in the greater Chicago area. So we have, you know, it's kind of, people always say with Illinois, it's kind of, you have Chicago, And then everything south of I-80 is kind of like its own state. Like we have Chicago State and then the rest of it. So, so some of these are so big that unfortunately, I guess someone in my position, you know, again, we are a smaller local agency that maybe I'm just not getting seen, and they probably get a ton of stuff. So trying to find ways to kind of personalize it to say, hey, I'm not necessarily here just to try to one call close you. I'm just saying, you know, I think we'd be good in each other's network, and I might have some info that can help you because what you're posting helps me. So, so Sales Navigator has been, I guess, a little kind of flooded with some of it, trying to get it separated out. But again, at the same time, it's still an awesome tool to use to get me some of these connections for, you know, the people I'm looking for, the human resource directors, you know, the senior directors, you know, those CEOs, CFOs that deal with all this, that deal with benefit administration. So, so that's been pretty good. And let me get this, see if I go back here. So trying to think if there's anything else major on here. I'm not sure. I think that's kind of that's kind of where it's been kind of leaning towards to say, you know, that, you know, there's some people I want to work with, still going to other, you know, if I'm finding competitors in the area or people that, you know, just colleagues that are doing the same thing I'm doing to try to find what they're doing and how it's engaging. So other than, you know, some of the ones that you've sent me, like again, Frank Mengert, and then you sent me another gentleman, Bob Thompson. I don't know if that was his name. But I was able to look through their, what am I doing here? I'm all over the place. Was able to look through kind of some of their profiles to see what they're putting and if it's getting engagement. And some of them were just like simple. It was just like a simple motivational picture with like no words and just some hashtags. And there'd be, you know, 200-300 likes, you know, a handful of comments. So it was like, oh, maybe they're just keeping it so simple. Like they're just saying, hey, here's like a visual, no explanation. The picture says it all. And, you know, people like that. You know, they don't, I guess, you know, those people don't necessarily like to read the text. They just like to visualize and see the picture, and then they can respond and engage that way. So, but yeah. So it's been, you know, it's going upwards, kind of like a little rocky, a little, you know, kind of up and down, but always in an upward trajectory as far as increasing the connections and, you know, keeping the content consistent. I think I've gone more now to videos with the life case experiences, with the real, you know, client experiences, stuff with the dog, and these memes. So I'm kind of, those are the three. I think originally maybe I was doing some inspiration, which I still trickle those in. So I guess that would kind of be a fourth one, but again, I'm not trying to get too saturated with all these different, you know, approaches. So, but yeah, the video's been pretty entertaining, kind of uncomfortable, a little scary at times, but you know, just slowly getting into that arena of, you know, personalized video. You know, people like to see you on the video. They don't like, you know, and they like to, you know, hear about cases you've dealt with, personal experiences. So, you know, you being vulnerable is, you know, people like to watch that. So, but yeah, it's been, been good.
So this is really an awesome summary. You are doing it the right way. Just a few tweaks, and I'm pretty sure it's going to explode. So first thing, the most important thing was you go above the 500 connections mark, which you are at, which is pretty cool. Now here is what I need you to just do. Do you remember I sent you a sheet with the daily activities that need to be done?
Yes.
I sent you. Did you follow that?
Yes. So that one was the messaging, you know, 5 to 10 people a day with text messages, with the voice messages, looking into 5 to 10 competitors and kind of following some of their content, trying to connect with some of their audience. And I think I just did, so I did that today, this morning with a couple from a guy in a neighboring town. And I think I sent connections this morning, and they actually sent them right back. So yeah, a couple of these up front were people that were from another compare, because they, you know, they were engaging with similar content. I'm like, well, if they like his stuff, they'll probably like my stuff. So it probably help them out as well. So, and then there was post, and I think it was post content once or twice a day, or at least once a day throughout the week. Because I have it.
Sheet out? Do you have it there?
Yeah.
That would be good, so people can also see what it is all about.
Yes. Let's see. I'm gonna stop sharing real quick.
Yeah,
I might
sure,
get into
sure.
Yeah. Let me pop that up. Okay.
because Justin, you are doing it right. I just have a few tweaks for you and it's going to explode. Trust me. I mean, you
Absolutely.
are just doing it right. So
yeah, let me get in here into my Gmail, my Google Drive here. Okay. You had, let's see.
I sent it to you via Facebook Messenger, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here, LinkedIn. Because I know you had sent me one, and then I just kind of redid one. Let's see here. Fine. Whoop. Computer's slowing down a little bit. Okay. Let's see if I can find. Where are these? I have so many files on here. Let me see if I can find these real quick. Where are they? Let's see. Okay. All right, and I'm still working on today's Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay, so I'll share this. Let's see. Okay. Share screen. Okay, so I'll just share this one. I'll pull back up. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a few things in here, and this is how I want you to look at this entire thing that we are trying to build for you, this entire engine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the outreach part first with Sales
Okay.
Navigator, and then I will come to the content part as well.
Okay.
Our goal. So think as LinkedIn. Think about LinkedIn as a sales funnel. Okay, just you have a classic sales funnel.
Mm-hmm.
At the top of the funnel, you're adding around 800 to 1,000 people every month with the help of Sales Navigator. Okay.
Okay.
So now bear with me. Out of 800 to 1,000 people, you will have around 40 to 50% acceptance rate, which is around, let's say, 400 to 500 people.
Okay.
That will accept your request.
Okay.
Out of that, you will potentially get on or have conversations out of 400 people, maybe with out of 200 people, 250
Mm-hmm.
people, more or less. You'll start having conversations. Out of those 250 people, you will potentially get on a call with 75 people,
Mm-hmm.
50 to 75 people, something like that.
Okay.
And out of that, you will close anywhere from 3 to 7 new clients every month. That's the goal. That should be our goal.
Okay. Okay.
So from what I saw, what you're doing is you are connecting with people, which is fine. But now I need you to balance this till you reach around 5,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
500 connections in your network. I need you to connect with only your ideal prospects, no one else.
Okay.
No one else, absolutely no one else. And
Gotcha.
in fact, the people who are not your ideal prospects, you can start removing those connections from your network as well.
Okay.
So
okay, I can do that.
Look at this as you are trying to build your list. So your LinkedIn connection or LinkedIn network is your list.
Okay. Okay.
So
I need to start cleaning it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Here's the thing. Once you start doing this, any and every piece of content, sure, we talked about having a little personal stuff as well, but any and every piece of content that you put out has to be towards your target audience.
Okay.
I'm saying this because we are testing something right now and this is working exceptionally well. You can talk about something personal, keep it 80% to the topic and to the point.
Okay.
Which is HR people you're talking to, just talk about one thing that they need to know, their pain points, everything that's related to HR and everything or every problem that the HR people face, you have to just talk about that. Keep 80% of the content on those lines. Do not Do not go here and there. 80%
deviate.
content work
Okay.
related. That's
Okay.
it. And this is going to help you a lot.
Okay.
We can connect with some people here and there. It's not useful. It's just like you have to make sure that couple of hours that you use on LinkedIn, maybe 2 to 3 hours that you use on LinkedIn every day, which I highly recommend.
Yeah.
You just have to be productive and just focus on doing the thing, which is building your prospect list. That's it.
Okay. So do any of these action items change when it goes to specifically targeting ideal clients or prospects? So is it still looking at trying to find 30 of those people a day, trying to engage with? Okay. Okay.
Everything remains the same. It's like more targeted effort that we are doing. We should do rather.
That sounds good. Kind of
imagine
focusing in.
If you're talking with, let's say, if you're connecting with 30 people every day, you're talking to, let's say, engaging with 10 target prospects. So everything is just, let's say, we are trying to do everything that we can do to get in front of your prospects, and that should only be the goal. Because let's be honest, we can say that LinkedIn is a social network, but that's not wrong. We are there to get business, and we just have to do it in a little different way. Again, we are not those pushy people who are just going to go in the DMs and spam the hell out of people. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm just saying that whatever we do, especially in this outreach part, should be very targeted.
Okay. Yeah, and that makes sense. So
yeah,
kind of got the idea, and it was a little rough to figure out. Okay, this is these are the tasks I need to be doing, and now that I'm getting into a regular habit of doing them, now it's time to hone in on who we're targeting. So yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of whittling away at that perfect approach to find that ideal content. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, what I also need you to do is just, let's say, right from tomorrow, see how many people are you connecting with.
Okay.
How many people are accepting it? So I need you to check your stats, if you will.
Okay.
Again, in order for the people not to press the I don't know thing, I request you to send them personalized messages.
You got it.
That's the time-consuming task. But once that's done, dude, those people are going to be in your network. Even if they do not buy, or even if they do not reply to your messages or whatever you send, they are going to see your content every freaking day. And that's what our goal is.
That sounds good.
Okay.
All righty.
So this is like absolutely a must. Just don't go here and there. Stick to the point. Use Sales Navigator to connect with these people. Send them personalized messages. If they have some content, engage with their content before you send them a personalized request, so that they know, hey, Justin kind of engaged with my content. Because when you engage with their content, by the way, you're going to go in the notifications thingy there, the bell icon. So most of the people, once they have that notification, everyone wants to see, like, it can be a Facebook notification, WhatsApp, or any. People just want to see, okay, what kind of notification is that?
Right.
So once your name pops up there, they know, okay, Justin, let's say, engaged with me. And then again, they don't have to reply to any of the messages or whatever comments, but they know, and then subconsciously they're like, okay, I kind of know this guy. Let me add him to my network. That's the goal.
Yeah, that sounds good. We can make it happen. Yeah.
So that's the thing. Now with, again, the things that I mentioned in this sheet, please keep it on, Justin.
So sorry. Yeah.
I need you to test each and everything here as well. So let's go to this line items one by one. When you're sending them a text message, what is the, give me a general gist of what is it that you're sending them?
So if it's just a text message after the connect to start the conversation, it'll be something that's along the lines of, hey, first name, comma, I really appreciate the connection here on LinkedIn. I'm excited to be a part of your network. And I hope that you and yours are well during these unprecedented times. And, take care, Justin.
Okay. How can you make this more personalized? This still seems templated and a little generalized. So how can we make it more personal?
I could hop on their profile real quick and see any recent activity, if they posted, if they've engaged, and just make notes. Say, hey, I saw that you, because actually a gentleman I just connected with, I think his name was Ryan Christopher, mentioned that. He said, hey, Justin, I saw that you commented on my post, and I always, it was something like, I appreciate, individuals who take time to engage with each other's material. So I think, we got some great stuff that could work together. Appreciate it again. Take care. So, so yeah, just relating it all to a, either an experience that we've just both had together, right? That there's something we've both done, to where that person would think, well, there's no way he could send that to somebody else, right? There's no, because that's personalized, that's custom for us. So, yeah, and some of it, I'll be honest, like just to be, transparent with you, some of it'll be where I'm running through these tasks, and maybe the day gets away from me a little bit, and I'm like, no, I still need to connect with these people. I need to send them a message. But I know in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm kind of doing the bare minimum with these messages. And some of them will respond, but when you send something generic like that, then I'm starting to get, I'm starting to get generic replies. I'm just getting like a thanks. I'm getting those default responses, a thumbs up, So it makes it, and it's in my head. It's like, I know what I'm doing is I'm trying to take a shortcut here. So, but anything worth doing is, kind of worth overdoing. So I need to try to put all my efforts into it instead of trying to, just check a box. Say, well, I need to try to connect with 30 people. So,
and if 30 is too much, dude, do 20. It's fine. Here's the thing. Once you get the proof, you will do more of it automatically. So even if with 20 people, you get the proof that, oh my God, people are actually replying and they actually want to get on a call with me. You will, trust me, you will leave other platforms. You will just focus on this because you're seeing what you're doing is working. You're getting immediate results, so to say. So
maybe if I put a little more quality into 20 instead of rushing through 30. I'll do that.
Exactly. So you can reduce the quantity a little bit, but don't compromise the quality. That's absolutely very, very, very important here.
Okay.
And remember what I mentioned about the sales funnel. Look at this as a sales funnel. You need to have these many connections every month, these many conversations, these many people who connect with you. Out of that, these many conversations. Out of that, how many people are going to get on a call with you? And then out of that, how many will you convert? So those are the figures, classic sales figures that I need you to track as well. Because if you don't track, if you don't measure, then you will be... you're like, okay, what's the output of the hours that I'm putting in, and we need to have that. So that was the first thing. So with the text message, you're clear. Be more personalized, please. Okay. Second, with the audio messages, what is it that you are sending them exactly?
It's, to be honest, they're all relatively the same when it comes to the text messages, the voice messages. Again, it's my voice, and I'm saying, hey, first name, really appreciate, it's now that I'm saying, I'm like, they're essentially all the same message, just trying to change it up between text. So what I do on the text messages, I need to do the same thing for voice messages and video messages. The video messages, I know those will be a little more like, hey, if you're looking to, if you're dealing with X, Y, and Z, there's been, you might want to check out my page. There's some great content on how that could help you, yada, yada, but it's still generic because I could send that to anybody. So I'm not saying, hey, I was on your profile and I saw that you shared this. If maybe this is a problem you're dealing with because you engaged with this post, then you might want to check this out and, something like that. So it's all going back to, I need to take the time, which again, might be because I'm trying to rush through these or make sure I'm completing them. So maybe I need to sharpen my saw first and send quality messages as opposed to quantity messages.
Yes, sir.
So, because it's not, what do they say? It's not activity produces results. It's meaningful activity produces meaningful results. So right now I'm just doing activity. I got to get better at making it more meaningful. So that'll apply to all of them.
And here's the thing. I mean, if I say, hey, Justin, I saw your positioning line where you said you help HR with XYZ. That's like, oh my God, this person is talking to me. He took out his time. I'm somehow obliged to reply.
Right, right. That's right. You do something nice for somebody, they do. That's right. They feel like they need to return it. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly. So that is clear. Same with the audio message. Keep the audio message around 30 to 45 seconds at the most. At the most.
Okay.
Give them something meaningful, like give them a compliment. Start a meaningful conversation.
Okay.
Now, I will not tell you exactly what you should do and what you should not do. That depends on the profile of that person. The purpose of this very first call is to open. That's first message. This voice message is to be an opener, more or less. That's it. Once they say something, you can say, hey, so for example, I'm just making this up, but recently few of my clients have had, and this is the follow-up message once they reply, for example. Okay.
Right.
Recently, I had one of my clients, and the HR department was having XYZ problem. Do you or are you facing something similar? And if yes, do you have a solution to it? Something along those lines, which is like, which makes them think, oh my God, I haven't thought about this. Or yeah, I have a solution for this. Something along those lines. So then you can hone in the conversation towards the topic. You don't have to chit chat quite a lot. Just build quick rapport, then go into the topic.
Okay.
Your goal, Justin, is to show them that you are the leader. You are the person who can help them. You're the person who understands what's happening in their industry. You know some of the issues that they might have not even thought of, but you know them because you have worked in this industry. You just have to showcase with the help of message. Again, you're not talking anything about what you do. You're just asking them questions. That's it.
Right, right. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Is this helping?
It is, yes. Because again, it's this, with these actions, I'm making it more quantitative and I'm making it more generic. But I'm like, well, I'm getting them done. But now it's to the point where I've gotten used to it, where I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I can, I know what it's like to connect with 20 people. I'm getting better at checking competitors' pages and saying, oh, well, they got a few people here. But now it's really just like whittling it down. Like I'm going from like a multitasking Swiss Army knife to now I'm going to go to laser focus. Right. So, but yeah, it does. And all this feedback is just, I'm receiving it very well. So everything you're saying, I'm getting excited about. I'm like, yeah, I need to do that. That's absolutely the next step. Yes, I need to stop doing this and do that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. Now, till the time you start having these conversations, let's say after connecting, after sending them first messages, then again asking them about a particular problem in their industry, it will need a little bit time. But in the meanwhile, what I need you to do is on LinkedIn, you can write articles. You know that, right? So I need you to write an article, a very concise and detailed article about the problems that the HR people in the businesses face, because those are your target audiences, and how or what is the solution that you provide, or what is the solution for those problems. So that is your authority piece, if you will.
Okay.
And put it on LinkedIn. Make it as concise, as specific as possible.
Okay.
And put it on LinkedIn. Talk about the what, not the how.
Okay. The what and the how. Got it.
No. Talk about just the what and not the how.
Oh, not the what.
So, for example, you can say.
Or not the how. Okay.
In my case, for example, I can say you can just sticking with this example. You can set how can you get let's say 3 to 5 sales every month. Now I can just tell them what to do. I can tell them you should add 800 to 1,000 people every month. Out of that, just the example that I gave you, out of that 300 prospects will connect with you. You will have conversations with 100 people, and out of that you will close 3 to 7 clients. So this is the what, but the how is, how do you actually connect with those people? How is it that how do you send the messages to these 800 to 1,000 people? What are the kind of conversations that you should have when you actually connect with these people? So the example that I gave you, Justin, try to make it personalized, say these things. That's the how that I'm telling you. But you don't have to go that detail. Just talk about the what, which is connect with 100 people. Out of that, 300 will respond, and you will get 3 to 5 clients. Is that making sense somehow?
I just want to make sure I'm understanding this, that we're still talking about doing the article, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And doing something, again, in my profession is finding a problem, like a very common or known pain point that people deal with, and writing. So that's, here's the what, here's what you're facing. And you're saying to not tell them how, or to tell them
to not tell them how. Not tell them how. Don't give them the exact solution. Just talk about the what they should do.
Okay.
What the HR department should do.
Okay. Write an article on issues facing HR and what they should do.
Yeah.
But not how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we don't want to so you're saying it's kind of like we don't want to give away the magic on the solution, because that's what we want. That we want to set that ball of yarn as if they're a cat. We want them to be curious about it. We don't want to just shove it in their face. We want okay. And because what they should do, but not how. So,
now, for example, you can even talk about the how. If you know for a fact that the HR people cannot implement this solution by themselves, and they need you for sure, then you can talk about the how. But it's somehow, first of all, the article will get like huge. It will never end because it's going to be extremely detailed. And then here's the thing. Once this also happens on the sales call. So for example, if you start having sales calls and if you start educating them too much, and if they get a solution to a particular problem, like a concise solution, they think your prospects in this case, they think, okay, I have the solution. I don't need to do anything, and they just chill out. Now, if you stick around the point, and in the end they don't take any action. Our goal as a facilitator is to show them we are the experts. They can try to do it themselves, sure, but they cannot, because the amount of time that they are going to put in that, the amount of money that they're going to lose because of that, it's not worth it. Better hire someone like me who knows the ins and outs and can help you, because I'm the expert.
Yeah.
So that's what we are essentially trying to do them here. We are giving them the solution, but we are not going in too much detail.
Okay.
So this is something that I need you to do, write authority piece around this. And then again, Justin, here's the thing. Once you have this authority piece, once you start having those conversations and the HR think, I've not thought about these problems. You can say, hey, all good. I have a solution for this. This is exactly the problem that one of my client was facing. I just wrote an article. Have a look here. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
At the end of this article, by the way, always have a call to action. That is a link to your calendar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Now, again, this is just the engine that we are building in terms of outreach. Okay.
Okay.
Now, most of the people, I wouldn't say most, but many people will say, okay, cool. But we don't have the budget. We need to talk to the management. We need X, Y, Z, which is fine. So that means more often than not, they're not ready at this very moment, which is fine. Now, the beauty about creating content which is still relevant is you're having conversations with these people over direct messenger or over call, whatever it is. They are going to still keep on seeing the content that you post. And if it's still to the topic, when this problem becomes extremely relevant to them, or once you hit a extreme, like you hit a pain point, which they are going through right now, they are like, shit, he's talking about this again. And I don't know how long can I hold on to this pain point.
Right.
Who are they going to come to? You.
Yeah.
So that's where the content comes into picture. First of all, it nurtures these people who we are talking in the outbound effort. We are nurturing these people who we are going who we are talking in this outbound effort, plus the people who are not replying, they are still seeing our content. So
right.
So we are nurturing it, and we are also showing on authority. And do you see this way of selling is so easy because you're just laid back. You're just showing them what you have. You're asking them relevant questions. You're not being that pushy person. That alone makes you stand out from 95 or 99% of the people on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Is that helpful so far?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm already kind of thinking in my head a few of those issues to start writing about.
Yeah. So that's the outreach part. I wanted to cover that because I think that is where you were wondering a little bit. So now,
yes, I was wondering. Yep. I would. That's a good word
now,
to use.
Now with the content part again, what you're doing, I already saw the content and everything that you're putting out. Super awesome. Just stick to the point. Talk to the pain points. And here's the thing, right now you don't have many people, like 550 people you have, something like that. The more people you have in your prospects, the more prospects you have in your network or in your connections, the more people are going to see your content, and the more people are going to engage with them, with your content. Right now, if you're putting content, even if it's relevant to your target market, and the target market is not in your connection list, doesn't serve the purpose. Yeah. Okay. So those are the most important things that I think could really, because you are doing the process. It's like everything is there. You just need a little tweak here and there, and you're good to go. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll get right on it. Cool. I think you will need around a week or two to get this engine up. Maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, absolutely. But you do have a line of action now, I believe. Is that correct? A complete line of action. Yep, I sure do. And it might be about 3 weeks. We're taking a little bit of a little time off at the beginning of July, so maybe about 3 weeks we can reconnect and see how the process is going. Absolutely. So keep me informed. Again, if you have questions, just write me a DM. I'll be happy to answer. You got it. Sounds good, brother. Yep. So good luck. Just get some sales, dude. I just want you to freaking get some sales out of this, seriously. I do too. At least a few conversations happening. That's very important. That's very, very important. The more people you talk to, the more people you offer your solution, the more chances of you getting that sale. So just focus on that, please. Sounds good. Okay. All righty. Good. So let's be in touch. Keep me informed. You got it. And talk to you soon. Sounds good. Okay. All right. Take care, man. See ya. Yep, you too. Bye.